G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Combat Commander from GMT and Chad. We're going through with Scenario 26, Turnbull Turns Em from the Paratroopers Battle Pack number 1. And we're about to go on with the German turn again. I got some feedback on the way I was playing this and I agree. The planning stage was well received. The narrative style just sucked. It took too much time and energy from me anyway, and increased my mistakes, like with the mines and so forth. So we'll just go back to playing the game as per usual and see how we go. So we're up to the Germans, who finished with 2 recovers, a fire, and have picked up a move, a fire, and another recover. So what do they want to do? Okay, so they don't need to recover at the moment, so that's great. They do need to move this guy out of the mines, that's for sure. We need to move these people forward. We need to move these people forward. So far, they've spotted these 3, which are all the main ones. So let's just get rid of that crap. And this is the only guy they haven't really spotted yet, because he hasn't done anything. So, yes, they can see him, but he's not in range of anything at the moment, so it doesn't really matter. So 2 fires, a move. So what I'm thinking, which is a very dangerous thing for me to do, I know, is I'm thinking of maybe doing a fire first, and again trying to bring some mortar fire down on these guys, and maybe some fire out of here onto these guys, then moving either the Hauptmann forward or Lieutenant Hunsinger, and then we can follow up with a recover afterwards and see how we go. So the first thing we're going to do is fire with the mortar. So again, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with no hindrance from the Feldwebel, and we get 6 times 1 crap that we have a German event, which is Hero. If not already in play, place a German hero in a friendly hex and rally up to 1 unit there. So we've got our hero. And what I'm thinking might be to, I don't know, where do we want to put him? There's not much sense in putting him here. I'm actually thinking of putting him over here with this elite rifle. The reason being is then he may be able to come up and help with anything up in here as well. So that's what we're going to do. So fire did no good. Benzin can't do anything more, but he's going to fire his, because we activated him. We can fire his machine gun anyway. So we're firing for 6 up into here with nothing to help. 6 plus 7, 13. And again, we have a German event, which is breeze, but we don't have any smoke or anything else or fires, so it doesn't really matter. So again, we've got 8, 9, and 3 is 12 for the squad. Plus 3, 15, he's good. And for Corporal 12, again, he's good. And we have a American sniper hitting at G10, which just misses. Pities. Righto, the next thing we're going to do is fire again. and we're going to fire with Lieutenant Lalbach. So we're at range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the rifle can hit, the light machine gun can hit, but the team cannot. Now, do I want to fire these together or separately? So if I fire him, I've got 6, 7, and then I fire him, I've got 5. Let's try for a double anyway. We're going to fire the light machine gun first, so that way if we get any damage up there, we've got the hopefully more firepower coming up. So we've got 5 coming up with 4 for 9. Does absolutely jack, because this guy's here for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 4, he's safe. And Lieutenant Thomas is up there for 12 and 10. He's safe with a sniper firing back at L6 right here. Now let's do what? Let's take out Lieutenant Lalbach. And that way, if he doesn't get back, then maybe we can, excuse me, do something about him. Okay, and then we still have the rifle to fire, but now it's only firing for 6, not 7. So we have 6 plus 4 is 10. Again, rubbish. But we have a German sniper hitting at E5, which is over here and does nothing. So again, hitting here for 10. He's in there for 11. 7, 8, yep, 11. Plus 9, and he's fine. And the lieutenant's in there with another 5, and he's fine as well. Which brings us to our move. So we're going to move Lieutenant Huntsinger and his 1 troop here. And we might bring this guy up anyway. So let's see how we go here. We go 2 into there. And now these blokes can be seen by Lieutenant Thomas and can also be seen and hit by Spaz. But do they have a fire? And they do. So they are going to opportunity fire. Now, he can get them there, he can get them there, he can't get them there. He can get them there, and he can get them there, so it's exactly the same. This will be the better firepower, so we'll use Spaz. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so it's out of range for him. It's just the machine gun firing for 6, and 2 is 8 and nothing to help. So we have 8 and 8, 16. Not too bad, not too bad. This guy's here for 8, and 1 is 9, and 2 is 11. Plus 6, he's fine. And Lieutenant Huntsinger is there for 9, and 2 is 11 as well, and he is fine. They continue to move. So they've gone 2, they go 4. We fire again for 6, and 2 is 8. Plus 5 is 13. They must be running too fast. Okay, so again, the rifle squad is there for 9 now. Plus 10, he's good. And the German sniper fires back at H5, which is over here and does nothing. And the lieutenant is there for 9, plus 8, and he is fine as well. So they've gone 2, they've gone 4, they go 5 to there, and that's as far as they can go. And now we have no line of sight from anybody other than this guy, who doesn't have the range to hit him, even if he could fire. So we've had 1, 2, 3. we'll bring this guy up, and he'll go 2, 4 to there. Again, they fire for 8. Plus 11. They're getting pissed off. So 19, and this guy is here for 10. Nothing to help. Ha! 19. So he's hit because he's moving and breaks. Right. So our next thing is then we're going to do our recover as our 4th order. We'll do Lieutenant Lowell back first, and he's there for 10, and 1 is 11. We get a 5, and he's back. And then our elite rifle over here, who's there for 8, and 2 is 10, and he's back as well. And that is all that the Germans can do, and that's the end of their turn. 4 new cards for them. 1 card used. So the Americans have 2 recovers and their artillery request. They're going to get rid of the artillery request and get 2 new cards. Right. Oh. Back to Herman the German. 2 recoveries, 2 fires he's picked up, a move, and an artillery request. Righty-o. Okay, so what to do? Okay, I think again what we're going to do is we're going to move. But before we do, so we're going to move Huntsinger and his people here. But before they move, they're going to pop a smoke grenade as an action. We'll grab a random one, and they're going to throw it into here. And what have we got? We have a whole 1 smoke. Okay. So I don't think they want to go in there then. So they're going to go 2 into here. They can be seen by the paratroop, but he's only got a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, out of range. So they've gone 2, they go 4, they go 6 into dead ground. The other elite comes forward and goes 1, and the Americans have no fire orders whatsoever. So he goes, 2 to there, 3 to there. He's actually going to go 4, 5 into there and take objective 1. Okay, now objective 1 is worth 1 VP. So the Americans lose 1, the Germans gain 1, and the Americans are down to 25 VP now. Righto, so that's our first order. Our second order, we don't need to recover, which only leaves us a fire. So I think we will. We're going to fire, but we're going to fire all of this in 1 hit because it's just not doing much over there. So we have 6, 7, 8 into there with nothing to help. So we have 8 and 9, 17. That's a little bit better. And again, in here, we have nothing to help. We have 7, 8, 11 for the team. Plus 8 is 19, so they're safe. And an American sniper fires back at E10, which puts it right here. And I think we'll take out Huppmann-Velling like that. And then Lieutenant Thomas is in there for 12. Plus 10 and he's fine. And we have a sniper hitting back again at D8. And D8 is here. So we're going to actually take out Hupman Velling with 2 sniper shots. Yay, team. And that's first blood. And that's 3 VP for the American, taking him to 28. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okie doke. So that leaves all of these command-less now. So we're probably going to have to bring Sergeant Benzing over to help them. So again, the Germans have got 2 recovers, which they can't use now, and they have their artillery request, which they can't do anything about. So that's it. 3 new cards for them. And we're over to the Americans, who have 2 recovers, an artillery request, and another artillery request they want to hang on to. So we're going to get rid of this artillery request, and we're going to get rid of, I know it sounds silly, 1 recover for 2 new cards. Okie dokie. Back to the Germans, and they have picked up a command confusion along with a move and a fire. Okay, so this bloke's sitting out here by himself. He's now in range of this guy with 1 hindrance. What I'm thinking is what we need to do is, I'd like to get him out of there, but I think it's better to move Sergeant Benzing and try and get him over with this mob. That might be the best bet. But at this stage, yeah, I think that's the best bet. So that's what they're going to do. So they're going to move. It'll be Sergeant Benzing, and he is going to, let me just check this. If he moves into here, he can be seen by him, but that's all. And they're out of range. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I want to move him into there. And yeah, they can't see him. And then he'll just have to maybe take his chances across there. So 5, and then he'll go 6 up into there. And he's out of sight, out of mind. The next thing they're going to do is fire. And this will be up here. So again, we have 6, 7, 8. And we're going to sustain fire, taking it to 10. Nothing else there. Oh, plus 10's 20. Okie dokie. So again, we have this guy here for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do we have anything to help? We do have a light wounds, but that's not going to help there. Okay, so he's here for 11. Plus 8 is 19, not enough. He's hit, but we have an American sniper again firing at L2, which is over here, does nothing, and our machine gunner has been broken. Our team has been broken. Let's leave that there. And then we have 9 and 3 is 12 for Lieutenant Thomas, plus 8, so he is suppressed because he's not moving. Okay. And that is all that the Germans can do, but they got rid of 3 cards doing that. 3 new cards for them. And we're over to the Americans, who have a recover, a rout, a fire and their artillery request. So they are going to recover. We'll remove this. And now we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for his recovery. Oh, 11. And he's back. Okay. So what we might do now is we are going to fire as our second order. And it's going to be Spaz here ordering this machine gun to fire and this machine gun to fire. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire this machine gun first, and we're going to fire it at this guy here. So he's firing for 6 and 1 is 7 into here with nothing to help. 7 and 7, 14. And we have an American event, which is Battlefield Integrity. Gain 1 victory point for each of your opponent's eliminated units. And we have 1, which is the Hauptmann, so we go up to 29. Okay, so we're firing into here with 14, and that bloke there has a light wounds he could use if we decide to. He's in there for 8, and 5 is 13, which is not enough. I think he's just going to take the hit. And then Spaz fires, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's out of range of this guy. In range of the machine gun, which is firing for 8. Plus 5 is 13. Another shitty shot. And this guy's here for 8. And 11. He's fine. And that's all the Americans can do. And they'll get 2 new cards. Both sides are just about out of their decks. Right, so the Germans now have a command confusion, an artillery request, an advance, a fire, and 2 recovers. So I think the first thing they're going to do is advance. And they're going to advance, excuse me, these guys into here. So they advance in. We have a line of sight now, but we can't fire. But, ta-da, we have hidden wire. And we're going to stick that in there. So we have wire there to stop them. And it'll make them a little bit easier to hit. Okay, so that's their advance. They're then going to fire again. What are they going to fire at? I think their elite rifle is going to fire at the paratroop. So he's going to fire for 5. He's got a range of 6. It's only a range of 4. So he's firing for 5. -1 for the smoke, for the hindrance, is 4. And nothing else. So we have 4 and 7 is 11. And a German event, which is deploy. You may, again, remove a German squad from the map if you do replace it with 2 matching teams. Again, I don't see the sense in that, so I'm not going to do it. So we have 11 firepower into here, and this guy is sitting here for 11 and 4, and he's fine. I don't see the sense in wasting a recover on this guy at the moment. So, sorry, Fritzy, but you're in trouble. And that's 2 new cards for the Germans, but they only have 1 in their deck, so that is time. We shuffle their deck up. Okay, so we move the time marker up and we're now at time 6 of 10, a victory point for the Americans, taking them to 30. We have no reinforcements, we have no smoke or anything else there other than this one, which gets removed. And we have a dig in for the Germans. Now, they're going to use it, that's for sure. Now, the question is where? And I'm thinking of putting it here. Just to give them a little bit more cover, which will make it a lot harder for this bugger to get in here. So that's what we're going to do. So there are their foxholes. They've been there long enough, had a chance to do it, so why the hell not? Okay, and we get our second card for the Germans, and we're over to the Americans, who have a rout, a move, and a command confusion. Okay, so we could try and rout this guy. We don't need to move, though. And that's just a sort of a wasted card, and the command confusion is a wasted card. So it's use the rout and get 2 cards, or get rid of the move and command confusion for 2, or those 2 and the rout for 3. And I'm thinking of getting rid of all 3 cards to give me 4 new cards. And that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving 1 card in the American deck at the moment. And we're back to the Germans with 2 recovers, a command confusion, and a fire. And I think they are going to fire with this into this. So we are firing, and we are using 1 sustained fire, and we are using 2 sustained fires. So we are firing for 6, 7, 8, 2 is 10, 2 is 12. Into Lieutenant Thomas. Plus 9 is 21. Okay, does Lieutenant Thomas have anything to help? No. Not really, no, nothing. Okay. So machine gunner, as per usual, is in here for 7, and 1 is 8, and 3 is 11. And we take our card, and he's hit. And then we need to do it for Lieutenant Thomas, but we have no cards left, so it is now time 7 with 31 victory points for the Americans. And we'll reshuffle their deck. We have no smoke, and the Germans have no more dig-ins at this time. And again, no reinforcements. So we're now at time 7 of sudden death 10. Okay, so we have 21 against Lieutenant Thomas, who is sitting there for 12 and 3, and he is hit. The only things that the Germans have left is 2 recovers. They're going to use 1 for this little fella, because they can, and he's there for 8, and he is back. And that is it for them. And they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new cards, and we're over to the Americans, who have a recover, a move, a fire, and an artillery request, which is no good to them. Okay. So I think the first thing we need to do is the recover. but we'll leave that to second. We're going to do the fire first, and I'm going to fire with this guy into here. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's firing into there for 6 with nothing to help him. So we have 6 plus 3 is a whole 9. Okay, and this guy is in here for 8. Plus 1 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. Minus 1 is 10. And he's fine. And the lieutenant is in there for 9. Plus 2 is 11. Minus 1 is 10. And he's fine. And that's time again. So we go up to time 8 of 10. Another victory point, taking us up to 32 for the Americans. Reshuffle the German deck. Again, we have no reinforcements. We have no smoke. We haven't hit sudden death yet. So it'll just be checking the Germans for a dig in. And let's see what we have this time. No, 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 no. No dig ins. Okay. What else can the Americans do? And they will do their recover. Okay, so we have 10 and 3 is 13 for Lieutenant Thomas, and he's back. And then we have 9, 10, 13 for the team, and they're back as well. And that's it for the Americans. 2 new cards for them. And we are back to the Germans, who finished with the recover and have picked up a move, a fire, a recover, a command confusion, and an advance. Right. I think the first thing we're going to do is move with Sergeant Benzing. Now he can go 1 to there, and I don't think he can be seen. Yes, he can, but he can't be seen if he goes down there. Okay, so Hugh will go. I don't think he can be seen there either. No. Okay, so let's keep him out of trouble. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, and now he has all of these in his command radius. Right, next we have an advance. I'd like to keep that. We have a fire that has an ambush on it. I'd like to keep that at the moment. So I think that's all they're going to do, and they'll take 1 new card. And I'll just pause it there for a second. Sorry, just had to quickly do something, and we are back. Okay. So, that's done. We're over to the Americans, who have a move, an artillery request, a rout, and an advance. No fire. Okay, so again, we don't want to move. We don't want to advance. There's nobody to rout, and the artillery request does nothing for us. So we are going to get rid of all those 4 cards and get 4 newbies. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, Germans. Dun, dun, dun. And they've picked up a move. Okay. What to do? What to do? Do we have any? We don't have any more smoke. So what we want to do is really get the Americans to use up any fire cards they may have. So I think we're going to have to do that. Move. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and send our Volksgrenadier or the rifle. I'm going to send the rifle on a run. Try and get up. He's got a movement of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get here if he can survive. And I think that might be worthwhile. It's either that or I move this guy up to here. Now he could come under fire, but that's going to give me then a fire group up into here, which again may be very worthwhile. I need to knock this guy out though before I try and run up there, because he's probably going to do something nasty to us. So what's more important? If I take objective 2, it's going to be worth 3 VP, but it's not going to take anything off the Americans because they never held it. But it will give the Germans 3 VP. We're starting to run out of time. We're only 2 off. So we need to get in and kill Americans as well, which is the big thing. So we are going to move. We are going to move this rifle forward. By itself? No, not by itself. We are going to order everybody with lower back to move. He's got everybody here. So what we do is we move this rifle forward into here. First up. So that's him there. He can be seen by this guy and is in range. And he can be seen by these guys and is in range. And he can be seen by those guys and is in range. Okay, so can the Americans fire? And they can fire. So they are going to opportunity fire. Do they have anything to help? And they do. They have a spray fire. It's got boxed range. So we're going to spray fire and we're going to hit these 2 hexes. This guy who's moved and the other guys who haven't. I think that's fair enough. So we're going to fire from here because this is, in fact, let's wait. No, we're not going to use spray fire. Yes, we are. But we'll have to fire from here because this is the only one that can see this one and this one. He can't see into there, I don't believe. No. Oh, yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. No, he can't. Yes, he can. I need to check that just to be sure. To be sure, to be sure. I thought he could. And he can. Okay, that's good. Okie dokie. So let's just put Lauer back and his machine gun team back in their foxholes. Okay, so we're going to fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. So everybody is in range. If all firing pieces have boxed range. If boxed range, he can't because he doesn't have boxed range. But these 2 do. So we have 8 and 9 into here first. So that's 9 plus 6, 15. Okay, so we're 15 into those hexes. Spray fired in here. So 15 into here. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And he is fine. And then Lieutenant Lauerbach, Lieutenant there, is in there for 12. And he is fine. And a sniper comes back at K9. Hits a dog, nothing else. And then this guy here is in here for 8, 9. And 8 is 17, so he's fine as well. And sniper hits back again at J9, which does nothing. Okay, so he's moved. The next guy to move is going to be this guy, out of the mines. So he goes ka-chunk into there. Righto. So first thing happens is the mine attack. And it's going off for 6. Plus 8 is 14 against him alone. Whoop. Okay. And he is 7. And that's it, because it does him as he leaves there for 7. And 5 is 12. So he is hit. Right, then the machine gun fire again into just here. So again we have 8, 9. Into there with nothing to help. And 8 is 17. So machine gunner first is in here for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 8, and it's fine. This guy is here for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 5 is 16. And he is hit and he is killed. And that's 2 more victory points for the Americans, taking them up to 34. And then Lieutenant Lauerbach in there for 12. And he is fine. And we have a German event, which is interdiction. Suppress 1 unit in a hex with less than 1 cover. And the only things in less than 1 cover are his own people. He doesn't want to suppress this guy. He doesn't want to suppress this guy. This guy can't be shot by anybody, so we'll suppress him. Right. Now, this is the only other guy that can move. So, again, he's going to come up into here then. And again, they're going to fire for 8, 9 into here. Plus 5 is 14. Not real flash. So again, we have 7, 8, 11 for the team. Oh, plus 2. And he's hit. And again, we have 11 for the rifle squad. And he's fine. And the German sniper fires back at C5, which is all the way over here and does nothing. And then the lieutenant in there for 12. And 10, and he's fine as well. Okay, so that's the movement phase done. That's their first order. So I can get rid of those cards for the Americans now. Okay, so the next thing to do will be to recover. That's our second order. So suppression comes off. This guy is here for 6, 7, 10. He gets a 5, so he's back. Okay. So the the Germans have a recover, a fire, and an advance left. So what I want to do is hold now, hopefully get another move to suck in another fire, and then be able to get up close and then look at an advance into there. So that's it for the Germans. They get 2 new cards. We'll do the American turn and then we'll pause there. So the Americans have a command, confusion, and a rout, which don't help them one iota, so they're getting rid of both the cards. They'll get 4 new cards. No special stuff on there, and it's back to the Germans, and that's where we'll pause. I think 45 minutes is long enough. Okay, so as things stand at the moment, we're at time 8 of sudden death 10. The Americans have 34 victory points. The Germans have lost their Hauptmann and 1 rifle squad, but have taken control of Objective 4 and taken Objective 1 off the Americans. They've brought Sergeant Benzing, the Feldwebel, back over here so that he can consolidate these troops and get them moving forward. We've consolidated our troops here out of the minefield, but that cost us a squad. And now we have these troops here that can start to come over and either send the Volksgrenadier or the rifle up this way, bring the other stuff up back into here to give us a bit of a spare, and the other light machine gun up here, so we can bring good fire into here and hopefully then come back and around. That is the cunning plan for the Germans. The Americans, sitting pretty. They don't need to do any more than they're already doing. So I hope that was a little bit easier than the waffly first video, and we'll see how it goes from there. So take care, be good, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.